myself. Bear with. I've muted myself. I've got myself off the screen. What the hell have I done? I've just taken it's already going really well. I have now muted the Masked Reseller. Off to a flying start. I'm back on the screen. The Masked Reseller is on the screen. The Masked Reseller is muted. I am not. Let's do some hellos. There are some people in already. Some people have been here for ages. Jason was in at 5:38. That was early, Jason. Hope you went away again afterwards. Lex is there. Hi, Lex. Granny Kate. Petra says, finally going to make one of these lives and I'm early. Deb Hughes is there. Says, hope the Masked Reseller doesn't melt too much this evening. Lex says it's a bit warm. Elizabeth Vickers is there. Deb's never going to moan about snow ever again. Oh, Lex says it's me. It's always you, Lex. Craig's in. She's always flipping around if she's off for a cold shower. I want a cold shower. Shiv, Antoinette Daly, Nia. Elizabeth says, anybody had predicted lightning yet? We've got no storms yet here, but I wish we could. I want to go and stand in it when it arrives. Laney's there. Scrolly. Laura. Cheryl says she's not sure she can say it. It's wrapping in the attic naked time. Is that wrapping parcels or like wrapping? Are you up in the up in the attic naked doing ice baby? That's the only wrap I can think of. Okay. I'm not as funny as that mask is quite disturbing. Especially when you turn your head slightly like that. That's really quite... no, I don't like it. I might have to turn your camera off. I don't like that at all. Craig says he's naked, apparently, and Laney's always half naked. Which half? Do you take it in turns? Which half? Ryan's not at a storm. He's in Portsmouth. So please stop doing that with your head. Gloria. Marilyn. Claire Karen. Oh, it's shot off. Claire Karen said something and it's gone. Claire Karen says, it is you, isn't it, Lex? It's always Lex. Kay Gilson, Emma Jones, Granny Kate, Dakota, Joan Tyler, Joe Morris, Chris Tyler, Ashley's in, Rebecca Turner. I don't know if I'm going to catch up with Mandy Maxwell, Claire Borden. I've lost my Claire count already. Carol, Josh is there. He says we've been upgraded to an amber weather warning. I'm not sure that's an upgrade or a downgrade. Bumblebee's there. And yeah, Cheryl says she's a gangster. That's why she's rapping in the attic. Claire Riley, I think that's Claire count 3. Kelly's in. She says everyone's naked. I'm not naked. This is not my skin. That would be weird. Although my clothes do appear to be all twisted up. Jackie Fun Stuff, the very famous Steve of the Steve Green Adventure, who says it's Derek. Unless he's saying hello to Derek, in which case I missed Derek coming in. And Jones in with the first. Oh, hi, Crispy. And Jones in with the first question. Let's get this Masked Reseller out from under that terrifying thing. She says, are you male? Do you have a beard and children? That's kind of 3 questions in one. Not male. There's no yes and no cards tonight, by the way, people. We've just got head shaking and nods. So not male. Do you have a beard? Because, being male does not preclude that. Not much of a beard. Okay. And children? No children. Okay. That's a fucking terrifying head shake. Leanne's in. Hi, Leanne. Steve says, question, are you a boy? And Caroline says, hello. Hello, Caroline. Any more questions for the Masked Reseller? Or are we just going to leave them under there until they melt? Hi, Claire Vickers. But Molly's licking my leg. Sorry, that was a bit weird. Do you sell curtains a lot, says Cheryl. Oh, I've missed a question. I'll go back to that. Cheryl says, do you sell curtains a lot? No, not big on curtains. Carol wants to know if you've got pets. Yes, this slow head thing. Claire says, are you in the UK? Yes. Joy's in. Hi, Joy. And hi, Niall. Ashley says, do you wear glasses? No. Leon says, do you live in Wales? Yes. Ashley says, is your hair black? No. Oh, hang on. It's scrolled off again. Sarah Wardle says, are you sexy and you know it? Gloria says, do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah. And it's scrolled off. Kelly says, do you have cats? And Leanne says, have you got 2 cats? Caroline says, do you dye your hair? And Leanne thinks it might actually be Lex. It is Lex. It is Lex. For the first time in ever, it's actually Lex. Is it hot in there?
Oh my God.
Claire's question was going to be, can you get your hand on some jam? Ashley was going to ask if you were very, very lush, and Steve was saying I was trying to think of creepy reselling women, but the list is endless. Oh dear. And going Craig said, let's
Awesome.
see how long she lasts under the mask. Kelly was going to say, we're not seeing your hands because they're lovely. We're not seeing your hands because we'd recognise the state of her nail varnish.
Exactly, the nail varnish.
Caroline says she loves the pink hair. Leon says, thank goodness you're out. It's too hot to be in there. Petra said she knew it was you. It genuinely is. This time, it's Lex.
It's me. And there was that buzzing then. Did you hear that buzzing? I heard a buzzing. There was a buzzing.
You were muted. You were muted, so I don't think they could have heard you unless you buzzed after I unmuted you.
I think I just buzzed.
Maybe have you turn your vibrator off and take it out. Take it out, love.
Okay.
It's only an hour show. You can wait. So
after
the reason it's Lex is because this is the last Masked Reseller. So obviously I had to get Lex in for this one. You couldn't not have Lex eventually. The reason it's the last Masked Reseller is because I'm struggling to find people who I know to get on, and the people who I'd like to have on that I don't know, I don't really have any way of contacting without commenting on their videos, which kind of would give it away a bit. So this is the last Masked Reseller. Additionally, there are a couple of other YouTubers, reselling YouTubers, who've sort of jumped into a Wednesday night slot now. So it seemed to be a good time to go and sort of bow out gracefully and say my work here is done.
And also go out on a high.
Go out on a high. Are you high? You're always high. She's always high. Always high. Leon says, how did you keep the cats away? They're in the fridge.
Yeah, well, do you know what? Pretty much. They are literally just lying down somewhere going, oh, I've got fur. Can you shave me?
You want to do, they need a zip, don't they? It's the thing. Animals just need a zip down the middle that you could just take it off for the summer or whatever.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Cheryl says, oh my God, the last one. Well, hello, you never asked me. I'm off to jump in a river. I'm so sorry. I'm so
sorry, Cheryl.
I'm so sorry, Cheryl. That's really difficult to say. I so should have asked you. You try saying, I'm so sorry, Cheryl. I should have asked you.
Tell you what, we'll do a special next week and we'll all pretend.
We'll pretend we don't know it's you.
Yeah.
If some people do say they'd like to, then maybe we'll bring it back. You know, if anybody's watching this going, oh no, it's the last one and I didn't get to be it and you would like to be it, then send me a message somewhere and maybe we'll bring it back at a later date and do some more, you know?
One-off specials, yay.
Yeah, one-off specials, maybe. Because, yeah, it's just like I said, Wednesday nights are getting a bit congested as well, aren't they? Cheryl says, I'll let you off, I can't even string a sentence together. So true. So true. And Claire says, sad face, how are you going to do something new, Carla? I don't know, it depends on whether I can think of anything new. I'm a bit devoid of inspiration at the moment.
Yeah, and it's a little bit well, I mean, on a Sunday morning it's cool because it's always like, we've got something to show. Well, I don't because, you know, I'm rubbish. Although I might go to the car boot this weekend. Possibly.
Yay!
Possibly. But you know, at other times it's just like, well, there's not much to talk about now, is there?
Yeah. Ashley says, wait, no more Masked Reseller. I cannot be forced to watch these B-rated YouTube imposters instead. Bring back Masked Reseller or just give us Carla in a mask for an hour. We'd be happy. Anyone would be happier if I was masked, I think. But that's a whole other thing. Jackie says the cat bun would have really given it away. And Sarah Water says, can next Wednesday just be different ways to cook and eat, Carla?
Wait, my answer is, obviously... And we wouldn't even have to have like crashed onto a desert island before I'd had a good gnawing at a limb. Yeah, I've already had it.
To be honest, I'm already fighting off when she comes to stay for the weekend. I'm like, now have you eaten before we go to bed? Because I'm a bit worried I might wake up and you're halfway through a foot, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's like marshmallows.
But since it is the last ever reseller, I should probably ask you the questions if I can find them. I can't find them because I'm that organised. Which ones? Some of these are the ones I wrote for Sarah, so they don't actually apply. So, for example, put them to us. Terrifying. If you go sourcing with your daughter, do you fight?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you whether they apply or not. I'm going to ask you proper reselling questions. I've never interviewed you in a proper resellery manner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to have like intelligent, thoughtful, insightful answers?
Yes.
Or can I just go penis?
You can go penis. Auntie Sue's not here. Wait for Auntie Sue to get here before you start whacking out your penis.
Auntie Sue.
Okay. Why did you start reselling, Ms. Oliver?
Why did I start reselling? But it kind of
have to hurry you up. I've got the producer in my ear.
But it doesn't. I mean, for most resellers, I don't think it came as like, right, tomorrow I'm going to start reselling. It kind of comes in little bits, doesn't it? So, like, I had an eBay account and I made some jewelry and I sold some jewelry. And then I made some nipple tassels and I sold some nipple tassels. As you do. And then I got rid of old clothes. And then I started buying new clothes. And then I started buying vintage clothes. And then I had far too many vintage clothes. And then I decided to sell some of them. And then I had this whole room, because this is the spare back room. This was full of vintage clothes. I was like, I'll sell them one day. And then there was Miscellaneous, the shop in town, the antique shop. And you could rent place from there. So that was great. Get it out of the house and maybe sell some. And then that's how it really started, because it was like, oh, I'm not just selling off my stuff now. I'm actually buying in other stuff for the purpose of selling on, not just selling on my old stuff, you know?
Yeah, because when I first met you, you had your unit. So I didn't know you pre-unit.
Yeah, because that was, I mean, I wasn't there for long. I think I was there for about 8 months altogether. Yeah, because I think I moved in there in the September, and by the December, that's when I actually like started properly, you know, buying to resell and stuff. So that's when the business properly started. And I did it part-time for a while, because obviously I was like teaching over at the college as well. And then it kind of, I did that experiment one week, you know, where I worked out kind of what my hourly rate was from doing eBay.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, my hourly rate was more than it was for teaching. And I was like, well, surely I should be doing this then, which I enjoy a hell of a lot. I mean, I did enjoy teaching. It was just, I would always feel a little bit like nervous going in. And there was, you know, you don't just teach for 4 hours. There's like the time beforehand and the time after, and you've got to mark things and all shit like that. You don't get paid for. And it's like, well, I'll just do this then. I like it more, you know. So it's cool.
And do you still love it?
Yeah, I do. And I probably, you know, like you as well, it's kind of, it's instinctual, isn't it? Like always, because me and Carla were just talking beforehand about like how I'd gone out for lunch today in a place called Corvo Lounge, and they've got like really nice lampshades and, you know, mid-century art, like artwork and stuff, and was literally just totting up like how much everything was worth and how much I would offer them if the place ever closed down. It's like
it becomes ingrained everywhere you go. You go, I could sell that. And people walk past you wearing something you have sold. You go, I've sold one of those. Or I could sell that. Or,
got 20 quid for that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely becomes like a second nature thing.
Yeah.
Cheryl wants to know, if you could only ever watch one movie for the rest of your life on repeat, which would it be?
Groundhog Day. It is in like my top 5 films. Like Fight Club is my favorite film, and
never seen it. Go on. Next.
And I have watched it probably about 200 times, maybe. And then like Drive and Mean Girls is like Drive.
Never seen it.
Mean Girls.
Seen Mean Girls.
I love Mean Girls. Mean Girls is awesome. Independence Day, because I just love the whole
Never seen it.
America. Oh my god. Amelie?
No, never seen it.
Film?
Yeah, I know the one you mean, but never seen it.
Okay. Right.
I think we're getting divorced, aren't we, at the end of this?
I think so. It's like we don't even know what's going on.
I only watch. I made a decision. Dogs are about to go for their walk.
So it's gonna kick off.
It's gonna get loud. they're going considerably later because obviously it's too damn hot earlier in the day to take them out, and which means that by the time they do go out, they're proper like no.
Especially Buddy, who's doing the.
Yeah. I made a decision a long time ago that I will only watch things that either educate me or make me laugh.
Okay.
That's it. I don't watch stuff to feel stressed. I don't like the tension. I don't want to hide behind a cushion. I don't want to be frightened.
See, I those
I don't
are all
like sad.
One of my least favorite genres of film is comedies and chick flicks and stuff.
Yes, and I'm not chick flicks so much, but I like comedies. I like stand up most. I would rather watch stand up comedy than anything else. So
I like films that break my heart in some way.
Yeah, see, I don't want to cry. If it makes me cry, I don't want to fucking watch it. There's enough tears going on all the time. I don't mean fucking squeezing out a few more.
No, I don't mean so much like the make me cry. I mean the say like, okay, you haven't seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
No.
Which is beautiful, and it is completely just, it's like beautifully.
I bet somebody dies, don't they?
No, nobody dies. No, it's just a
wonderful. Somebody gets some kind of horrible disease.
No, it's nothing like. It's a bizarre film.
It's got Kate Winslet in, isn't it?
Yeah, and Jim Carrey. They're a couple, and they've broken up, and they've had their memories wiped, so they can't remember each other. But then they still end up getting back together. So even for all their differences and their arguments and all the reasons why they hate each other, they're still destined to be together. And it's so beautiful and fucking weird. And I love it. Love it.
Joan wants to know if there is any one or more resellers that has inspired you in any way.
No.
No? Nobody's inspired you?
That's going to sound really big-headed and stuff. No, I mean, there's people that obviously have been on the adventure along with, which is really cool. And there's people that I'm very glad to know, you know, obviously yourself and Nick and Andrea and that, like, you know, but when you say like, you know, oh yeah, friends with Nick and Andrea, and some people go like Nick and Andrea, what are they like? They're really, you know.
I've started saying when people go to me, what the Nick and Andrea, I've started going, no, the Andrea and Nick.
Yeah, the Andrea.
Well, neither of them in, so they can't defend this. They've got their 4-year-old niece staying, I think, haven't they?
Yes.
So both of them currently look like this.
Yeah, and they currently don't touch, no.
Shit.
That was in alphabetical order.
Deb wants to know how many tattoos you've got.
Oh, right, hang on. Leg, 2 on my back, so that's 3.
Are they tramp stamps?
No, they're nice. One of them, the one at the bottom of my back, was designed by the artist Peter Fowler, who designed the Super Furry Animals album covers. And on Cardiff Central Station, there's the water tower. What are you laughing at?
Because you know when your head completes somebody's sentence before they get there?
Yeah.
I had the artist Peter Fowler who designed the Millennium Dome.
No, I don't think that was him.
That's not what would make me get a tattoo.
I've got a tattoo of the Millennium Dome.
Okay, 2 tramp stamps, 1 Millennium Dome. What else is there?
I've got a Tim Burton heart behind my ear from the Pincushion Queen. I've got Fire Walk With Me across my neck. I've got Generation Terrorist in the Sparrows there. I've got full sleeve and then another little extra tattoo there. And then this is getting worked on there.
You're pixelating terribly, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Well, the one at the top of my leg on my ass, which is all hexagons with space in it. Like that is hopefully getting finished on the 1st of September.
Yay. Hopefully. Mandy wants to know why you... Oh, I think I might just block Mandy. Sorry, Mandy. No, I didn't. It's okay. I didn't realise I can put people in timeout now on the side. That's new. Anyway, Mandy says, why did you give up the unit?
It was just kind of pointless, really. I could keep it all in my garage. The footfall wasn't there to really keep it as like a shop space. And also there was a lot of rumor mongering and gossiping and bitching and backbiting and stuff, and it was just like, bye. You know, so yeah, and it was just like much easier from home as well.
Yeah. Carol wants to know, what subject did you teach?
So I taught a film degree to degree students. So I taught documentaries, histories and theories, and 2 other subjects which I can't remember now. Documentary practical and something else. Yeah.
It's not that long ago.
Yeah, but that one was. And then I taught A-level film studies, and also BTEC, like GNVQ, creative media production, but the film side of it. So we did music videos and documentaries with them.
And Kate McGurr says, if you could have a dream dinner party, who would the guests be and why?
As in famous people or just anyone?
Well, if I'm not there, then it's going to be shit.
Okay, so it's you and Mummy, obviously. And then somebody put up a picture today, and they were like, of all these like 80s and 90s film stars, who would you have? And I was like, ooh, Susan Sarandon. And there was, you know, like Bradley Pitts and, you know, Tommy Cruise and all of that. And I was like, no, Susan Sarandon, she's fucking cool. So in that case, like, oh, right, I'm inviting Susan Sarandon, then I want Tim Curry to be along as well. And then we could do like, touch me and all of that, because that would just be cool. I mean, I would like my heroes, but then also you don't want to meet your heroes, do you? So you should probably just invite people that you don't like that much. And then, you know, like at least you can have a rip-roaring time and not be disappointed by their lack of personality.
What about like Hitler and Rasputin and Lucretia Borgia and Trump?
Oh, I don't think I could sit eating dinner with Trump, because I think he eats like a pig.
I don't think he'd have to eat for long, because Lucretia Borgia would probably put something in his soup.
You know?
I wonder if he has to eat. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. I wonder if he holds everything with both hands like he holds a drink, because he holds a drink with 2 hands.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he probably needs like a special knife and fork and stuff, you know, a plastic one, so he doesn't.
A nice rounded edge one, so that it doesn't stab anyone or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, where are we? It's gone so far down. Oh, Cheryl's got a good one. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Nothing. Now we've got
we both speak excellent French.
Excellent jouer au banjo.
Oui, le
douche. And no, it's just the weird sense of humor thing, I think, was the first thing that we had in common.
We both have a very dark sense of humor, some of which you won't have seen. You know, sometimes in life you meet a friend with whom you can say terrible things which you wouldn't normally be able to say, because you wouldn't know whether the person was taking them in the right spirit or not. And dark humor can come into that, can't it? You know, that kind of.
And there was a good 4-hour drive to Nottingham one year that got very, very dark. Very dark. Almost apocalyptic. But you know, it was, yeah.
So we do laugh at the same things. We have that in common, and we do seem to share a brain cell quite often. So we will both say the same thing at the same time, which means we must have something in common somewhere. Yeah.
And also, Carla is not a stupid lady, and intelligence is one thing that ultimately I respect. No, but it's true. People, like, obviously it's nice when people are nice, and you know, if people are funny and stuff like that. But for me, intelligence is the one thing that I probably respect the most. And you know, okay, I'm going to fan you now, Carla, but it's not just, you know, it's not book intelligence, not just that. It's not just, you know, learning in school kind of intelligence. It's, you know, being a bit streetwise intelligence and emotional intelligence and things like that as well. And, you know, and even though you would say that, you know, that you're probably quite loud and brash and stuff. I also see times when you're incredibly tactful, and I'm looking at you going like, how did you do that? I would just go, ugh,
years of putting one's foot in it quite thoroughly tend to train you out of it a bit. I think one of the things that I love about Lex is the fact that I can talk through stuff. If something is, if there's something I can't untangle in my own brain about a current event or whatever, Lex will literally help me get all the ends and unravel it and get it into some semblance of understanding. And yeah.
Even at 6 o'clock in the morning when we've just woken up and I've gone like, what's the discussion today? Okay.
Lex, I need to talk to you because I've been thinking about this for hours and I can't unravel it.
And I'm going, okay, coffee time.
Okay. Aaron says, question: have you sold the Masked Reseller format to a big name TV channel? Is it going to be on Channel 4 next week, hosted by Davina McPresentall, as we used to call her? No, but that was an excellent idea. I should have done that. If anybody would like to buy the Masked Reseller concept from me, you can contact me at.
do you think there's enough like universal appeal, you know, on say like Channel 4? Would they all be going like, yes, I love watching eBay Reseller?
We might be more of a cable channel. Yeah. I
think, you know, Nick and Andrea and Nick kind of have, you know, that's it.
Jackie thinks you should make me watch films.
No, because and because I'll show her my favorite films and she'll be there going, it's rubbish, don't like it.
No, I wouldn't do that, and I probably would get into it and watch it and enjoy that it was a good film, but I can't really put my finger. Oh, ka-ching! It's more that I don't want to spend 2 hours feeling tense or wondering if everybody's going to die, or, you know, I just, I don't know. It needs to be light.
Just in case, I would feel guilty. This says more about me. I would feel guilty if I put on a film and Carla wasn't enjoying it. I'd be like, are you not enjoying it? We can turn it off if you don't like it. I'm really sorry that they made a really bad film and you don't like it. I'm so sorry.
No, like I said, I probably would be able to watch it and enjoy it, but it just wouldn't be my choice to.
That's fair.
I like a bit of comedy. Hi, Lisa. Peter's in. Hi, Peter.
And if that ever was to... But it's the same, like, I would never watch Mamma Mia 2. Like,
and yet it's the best film ever made.
Jesus, my eye hurts. Yeah, no. Of course it's not. It's not even in, like, the top 100,000 films ever made. You know? Just no.
Although it is worth watching just for the bit. For the bit where Cher comes on. No, stay with me. It's worth watching just the bit where Cher comes on and talks and sings and her face remains completely fucking motionless.
Of course, because it's Cher and she's amazing.
Literally doesn't move, and you're like, how is she doing that? How is she talking and singing without moving her face at all? Yeah. So just find that clip and just watch that bit.
Well, maybe just because it's Cher, but that's it.
Sarah wanted to know. Oh, I've lost it. Where's it gone? Bear with. Going back up. Bear with, Sarah. I'm coming back for you. Bloody hell, Sarah. Where were you?
She's in the back.
She wanted to know if the tattoos on your chest hurt, as she really wants one there. You really want a tattoo on Lex's chest? Mm-hmm. We should all get a tattoo on Lex's chest.
Eventually, I do want a Sacred Heart there. But yes,
your swinging brick.
Huh?
To replace your swinging brick.
My swinging brick. Oh, right. I see. My cold dead heart. Yeah. No, I do want a Sacred Heart there because I just think they're cool, not for any religious reasons at all. I just think they look cool because that is why you get tattoos. Don't get tattoos for any reason other than you think they look cool. Or
if you murder someone, then you have to have one there.
Yeah, that's why I've got 4 of them down there. Yeah, but no, which one did I have done first? Terrorist was done first on that side, but that one hurt way more. And I think it's something to do with the way the blood goes around your body or something. Can't remember. One of them definitely hurt more than the other anyway. Don't know why.
Is it like whether I don't know. I don't know what I was going to ask.
Yes, it is. It's exactly that.
Star's going back to why you left the unit. Lots of rumour and going back about it in the shop, so I moved to YouTube. Joan would like to know if you could live your life as a famous man, who would it be?
Ooh.
Trump. You're so Trump.
I'd want to be someone.
Melania.
Ew, no. I'd want to be a gay. I'd want to be like a fabulous gay man.
RuPaul.
Oh, maybe that would be pretty awesome. Because RuPaul is gorgeous, seriously gorgeous. And yeah, I think I'd have to be someone ridiculously flamboyant. Maybe someone in theatre, Elton
John.
No, I was going to say not Elton John, though.
See what I mean about we both say the same thing at the same time?
Yeah, no, not Elton John. Maybe who's the guy behind the candelabra? Not the guy in it. Liberace. I mean, she's not listening, So
sorry, bear with Liberace.
I
am listening. This is listening.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yes, Eddie Izzard. I would be Eddie Izzard.
Yes. I'd be Eddie Izzard's handbag, to be honest, given the chance.
Thank you, Stephen, by the way. It was Thor who sent me this.
I should have guessed.
Yeah.
Carmen says, gutted. I totally lost track of the guy in the track. You can see what Carmen says. It's just as well you can read it because apparently I can't speak. Is it you, Lex?
No.
No, it's not Lex this week. It's normal Lex.
It's just a really good disguise. Oh, but I've already sent out the invite. Rude.
Oh, Peter A's got a good... Yeah, Noel Fielding's got to be at the dinner party. I'd have Noel Fielding at my dinner party.
I don't think he's that interesting in real life. No.
Oh, rain.
No.
Massive drops of rain, like beastly big drops.
Okay, so how long is it going to take to get over here? Like half an hour?
There won't be any left by the time I've used it all up.
Fine.
Oh, and thunder. Rain and thunder.
Ooh, I do love thunder and lightning.
Crispy, I think he's harking back to when I said Hitler and Trump and Lucretia Borgia. Don't forget Genghis Khan. He seemed a likeable chap.
Well, no, I wouldn't invite Trump.
Mike says we've got two things in common. We're resellers and we do cracking videos.
Ah, that's very kind.
Big rain.
We had big rain yesterday. Are we all gonna get naked and go out and like rain dances?
I'm excited about the big rain. Okay. Oh, Corin's mum's books arrived, so that's good. Yeah. Let me know if Mum says they were the right kind, because I can pick up more. But obviously, I don't want to start picking up a shitload of the wrong kind of books, and I've Mrs. Corin's mum going, "Oh fucking hell, I don't want to read this shit." So let me know if they're the right kind. Yeah, Sue says I've got a friend. Sorry, Susan says I've got a friend like that. That rain's really loud now. I've got a friend like that who untangles my dilemmas. It's invaluable.
Yeah, and just someone, I guess, that sometimes makes sense.
I think Queenie meant that as a compliment. Bear in mind, I've just struggled to get out a sentence for the last 10 minutes. It seems a bit ironic.
You are surprisingly tactful, considering, that people sometimes get a misconception of you, Well, it's true, though. And
I think I'm a knut. And I'm less knutty than you might think.
But sometimes also a bit more, but that's in private.
Occasionally more knotty than you might think, yeah.
Yeah.
Gloria says, question to you both. Reflecting on lockdown, what positives are you taking from the time?
I've saved a fuck ton of money.
I haven't. Where's mind you, I've made less money. So that's been... God, that's really big rain. Literally, I spent all day going, God, it's hot, and now all I've got is, God, that's big rain. That's big rain. I've got a very limited vocabulary, really. Positives from lockdown.
There there's got to be some.
There are some. I have.
You want to go like, well, I've learned a new language and I learned to appreciate all of, my friends, and I've learned to appreciate. Nah. I've been bored for 4 fucking months.
I have been pretty bored.
Wall. Like, want to go swimming so bad. Want a holiday.
I think positives from lockdown is that we made it through. It proves that you can survive these things that seem bloody dreadful at the time, and it's strange how quickly the time has passed. When you think that all this actually kicked off in March and it's now August, it's strange how quickly. Yeah, we were basically in lockdown for nearly 3 months, weren't we, before things started opening again.
And you know what? Last week I was like, I could handle going back into lockdown for another couple of weeks. To be honest, it's all getting a bit people-y right now.
Yeah, I did far too much internet and far too much. It's not just the YouTube internet. It's not comments. It's not interactions with other resellers. It's more. I think when I analysed what was getting to me most, it's reading readers' comments on news articles or Facebook articles or whatever. I've given it a lot of thought. If you read something that's a perfectly innocuous post, like Stacey Solomon hangs her crisps up in her cupboard in an ingenious new household hack, and then the comments are full of people literally ripping Stacey Solomon into tiny fucking pieces and throwing her to the wind. Comments about her kids, about her teeth, about her boyfriend, about her tan, about her eyelashes, about her house, about how she's just trying to be Mrs. And you're just like, why could you not go, oh, she hangs her crisps up, I don't hang my crisps up, and move on.
Exactly. Like, I think you showed that thing to me and I was just like, okay, that's a bit weird, but
yeah, I don't hang my crisps up. I don't want to hang my crisps up, but I feel if you know what, Stacey Solomon, if you want to hang your crisps up,
yeah,
you
absolutely crack on. And it's they're like, hang on, these people have had to, say if it's the Daily Mail, they'd have had to have like logged into their account on the Daily Mail, and then gone.
That's a lot of effort to be that mean.
Yeah, it's like, dude, don't chill, don't be so angry. It takes so much effort to be that angry. Like, move on.
Steve says you made him watch a shite Clint Eastwood film and didn't give two shits.
Okay, he did like it. He's always said he did like it. It was Gran Torino, and it is a very good film. It's just that Steve didn't understand the ending. That's why.
When did you make Steve watch this?
Oh God, this is probably like a year ago now, and he's still going on about it. Like, God, let it go. Just because he didn't get the ending.
Joan says, I've not even watched the first Mamma Mia. And the thing is, the first Mamma Mia is okay. It's okay. The problem is that when they make a film that's okay, they go, let's do another one. No, it was only okay. It was only okay. Yeah, also, I decided I'm violently opposed to remakes. Don't remake it if it was any good. Because if it was any good, then the remake won't be.
Well, yeah. Yeah, on the whole.
They should only remake things that were really shit the first time round. Let's see if we can improve on that.
Yes. Like Handmaid's Tale.
I don't think Susan knows who I am.
Yeah.
I have never seen a whole Disney film from beginning to end, with the exception perhaps of Frozen, and even that I didn't watch from beginning to end. It's just that I happened to go to a house where the children watched it pretty much on a continuous loop, so I've probably seen all of it in jigsaw format, but I've never watched an entire... I've seen Brave.
Yes, you didn't mind Brave.
Yeah, but apart from that, I don't. Further down the chat, people are going, kill her.
And I do quite like. Okay, it's a bread roll, and let's just.
It's a bread roll. Let's put that roll to bed now.
Yeah, come on, don't be silly. Bread roll. What a cob? That's not even a real word.
It was a bread cob.
I know, freaks. I'll have a bacon cob. What even is that?
Carving or chips?
Well, I don't eat chips, so it'll have to be carving then.
Carving, yeah. But still thinly sliced and fried in hot oil. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and dipping in garlic mayo,
or Thousand Island dressing. I know, it's out there. It's different, but it works well on chips.
Maybe we could give it a go, or a sweet chili sauce. Karen and sweet chili sauce.
Karen, yeah. Queenie says she's got a tiger tattoo that covers the top part of her back. She says tattoo pain is good, so she's one of them.
Yeah.
Good pain. Pain is good.
It is good pain, though.
Kate McGill says you're very pretty. What's your skincare regime? I'm laughing because I know what Lex's skincare regime is.
Put on makeup to go out. Leave makeup on until next day. Add more makeup.
Yeah.
Repeat until shower.
Some people are lucky with their skin.
But not close up. I've got really big pores on my nose.
Thanks for that. That wasn't terrifying at all. Chris Tyler, going back to who you could be Danny LaRue. Craig suggested Christopher Biggins.
Definitely not Biggins. But, however, I mean, he was in the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so, you know.
There's lots of people being jealous of my reign. Oh, there's a good one from Rebecca. What's the best mistake you've ever made?
I've never made a mistake.
Bullshit.
Best mistake I've ever made. Oh God, I don't know. That sounds like it should be a really existential question. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know
what the best mistake I ever made is either.
I can't think of anything.
We'll think about that one, Rebecca, and if we think of something, we'll get back to you on it. On a Sunday show or something.
Yeah, that's a really difficult one. Okay.
I've got a flat roof stall.
Well,
I like big rain and I cannot lie. Okay. Oh, they were the right kind of books. Jolly good. Joan says, would you rather travel 100 years to the future or 100 years to the past?
Future. Definitely future.
Yeah, I'll take the future, certainly because 100 years to the past right now bumps us into 1920, where most of the country is traumatized, half dead, wounded, shell-shocked, or has just had Spanish flu and either died or not got over it very well, and everybody's skint. So 100 years back from now, not the best time.
Exactly. And also, you just want to know what, you know, like if we survive the next 100 years.
Can I travel 100 years to the future and be a sightseer when I get there? Or have I got to get there and get involved? You know what I mean? You know, like when you go in the TARDIS and you just basically observe a bit. That's fine, but I don't necessarily want to suddenly be transplanted 100 years to the future and discover that I work in a...
Oh, no. You go there.
Yeah. I don't know where I don't want to work, but I know I don't want to work there.
No, you go there with David Tennant. No, you go there with
whoever it is this week.
Christopher Eccleston.
He's gone. You're well by the time.
To watch the end of the world, to watch the world explode. Isn't that a Christopher Eccleston episode?
Air from my lungs. Yes, that's the Eccleston one, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that. So you watch from you know, the viewing deck and you go, oh, look at that. Yeah. So that's what it will be like. And everyone will have hoverboards and they'll have tiny little pills and they'll have 17 fingers. Yeah.
I don't know where Cheryl's been. Cheryl has apparently been living in a box. Living in a cardboard box. Yes, Bad Wolf is a lady. Bad Wolf is a proper lady. She wears a crinoline and rides a bicycle.
True story. I've seen her.
Jason is asking how long before you eat me on a desert island. We did answer this earlier on, Jason, very briefly. She'd eat me immediately, probably before we'd actually got properly stranded.
Yeah.
You know, our ship would probably still be sinking on the horizon and she'd be gnawing halfway up my leg.
Yeah.
Hi, Global. Can you please say hello to this person, Lex?
Hello, Global Thrifters, which I think are two people.
They are two people. They are a boysy and a girlsy, and I'm buggered if I can remember their namesies. But I frequently can't remember my own name, so don't be offended by that. Yeah, they probably do that, yeah, because boys and girls do.
They don't have sex.
And also boys and boys do, and also girls and girls do, but not quite the same.
No, boys and girls.
Yeah. What's the insult on Friends?
Yeah. They do that.
And Double commas in it says, "Well, it really is Lex this week. It really is."
2 X's.
Yeah. I've scrolled off again. God, it's scrolled off miles. I'm well behind. Well behind. Okay, Ashley wants to know, what's your earliest memory?
I do actually remember that, as it being a memory. You tend to remember memories. And I remember being sat in a tartan pushchair and being pushed round by my gran around Bridgend Market. And I don't know why I particularly remember that, but I do remember it being tartan and very uncomfortable.
My earliest memory is going across the road to play with the kid across the street. And in my memory, that road is really wide, but I've driven down it since and it's not that wide. So I can only assume it looked really wide when you're 3. When you're 3, that looks like a long distance, you know?
3 weeks to get there.
Yeah, trotting across the road with a little pram. Yeah.
We used to have where I lived on Kensington Drive, it backed out onto the school playing fields, and then behind that there was like a little bit of sort of wasteland, and then there was fields, like farmers' fields behind that, and then that little bit of wasteland, probably only like from here to the house over there, but we used to go like, oh yeah, there's a swamp in there, and like in the swamp there's like a dead body in the swamp.
Oh, we had a hobbit in ours.
Oh, did you? Oh no, there was definitely.
Why a fucking hobbit would live in a swamp? I do not know, but you know, we're kids. We don't fucking understand shit.
Yeah, but no, like for sure, definitely. Yeah, definitely there was a dead body. It was very much like Stand By Me, you know, and we'd go and find the dead body.
Another film, I don't know what that question means.
Itchy the Killer. Now, is it Itchy the Killer, the animated one or the live action one? Because I do like the animated Itchy the Killer.
Definitely. I absolutely have no idea about what you're talking about.
It's like
what about which you are speak?
That, well, Battle Royale is a film which is like a bit like the Hunger Games kind of rips it off, where there's all these kids and like only one survives. Battle Royale is cool, but yeah, I think I prefer the cartoon version of Itchy the Killer because it's just.
Jane Caldecott coming in from left field on the bread roll cob debate. Are you ready?
If it involves cakes, it's a what?
What?
No.
A muffin is a cake, unless you mean an English breakfast muffin, which is another thing entirely.
Exactly. Dear God, what is wrong with these people?
There's this bread debate's getting well out of hand.
Bread roll. Oh no, get out. Don't even have to say anything. No.
Sarah Ward wants to have a fight with you. I'm not sure what about. I kind of missed that.
Fine.
Come here and say that.
I'll go to Lester and I will walk down all the streets going, bread roll, bread roll.
Cheryl says, question, who puts the phone down last? No, you put it down. No, you. Did she mean that the two of us? Because we don't often speak on the phone.
No, and even then it's just like, right, bye.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, we speak on video chat occasionally and we speak via message, but we don't actually often ring.
I'm not.
I've only run your actual phone once, and that's when you've been here somewhere and I've lost you at the boot sale or whatever.
Yeah. And I'm not a speaky on the telephone-y kind of person. I'm not a big fan of it at all.
Ed Sheeran's pregnant.
Oh, well done.
It's a talent.
Yeah.
I know who's got a cob on now.
Exactly.
We're still back to your skincare. Look, this is how far behind we are. We're talking about your skincare.
Yes, pillowcase makeup remover.
Hi, Fandria.
Very similar.
Back to mistakes. Look, Amy says, if you didn't make mistakes, you'd be a different person. So no mistakes, just lessons. And Kate McGurr says, question, what's the best decision you've ever made?
Leaving Blockbuster and go into back into full-time education, like doing my degree, for sure.
The best decision I ever made was leaving the cafe that I was running and deciding to go full-time with eBay. Not because going full-time with eBay has been a huge success and I'm now a multimillionaire, but because staying at the cafe, I would have had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
not because running a cafe is particularly difficult, but running a cafe for an idiot owner is incredibly difficult. Yeah,
running that one,
yeah. So yeah, I would have had a nervous breakdown, or I would have murdered him, or I would literally have gone to his house in the night and set fire to him. So either way, it would have ended badly. Susan's like, when did the Doctor ever travel in the TARDIS and observe a bit? Good point.
Very true. It would have been very boring episodes if he had, wouldn't it? Just like, oh, we'll just sit here for an hour, shall we?
No, we don't interfere. We just watch. Gloria says, question, which reality TV show do you think you could last the longest without walking?
Would it be a reality TV show where you make things? Because I'd be all right at them. So can I go on like
Bake Off?
No,
I'd be Great British Sewing Bee or something.
No, the pottery one.
Great Pottery Throwdown, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts as a reality show, does it? It's not the.
I couldn't. Okay, I know. I would definitely not do the Australia.
Oh, Celebrity in the jungle. Yeah, no, I couldn't do the jungle one at all. The moment they said lie there and let this crawl on you, I'm like, no, I'm going home now. Bye bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you very much for having me to your party. Bye.
Don't they have to like parachute in and stuff like that? It's like fuck off.
Yeah, I'd be out before I got in. The moment they said, right, we're going to go up in this helicopter and then you're going to jump, and I bet that you don't finish the word jump. Because we're wasting our time here. You and I are never going to agree on this, Mr. Producer. Yeah, I can do Big Brother. I couldn't do Love Island for several very good reasons. 1, no. 2, no. And 3,
fuck off. I've never actually seen Love Island, but I'm sure it's awful.
What else is there? What other? I could manage Big Brother.
I don't know.
I'd probably hurt somebody, but I'd stay until the end. I'd stay in until I got voted out. I wouldn't walk.
I don't think I could handle there being people there all the time. I very much like to go to my room and be on my own, and you can't. And I don't think I'd last very long.
Whatever Pop Idol's called this week. It's not been I may be showing my age. It hasn't been Pop Idol for 25 years. X Factor. I could definitely go all the way on X Factor.
Of course.
Definitely.
Except, and this will come as no surprise to anyone. It is all rigged from the start, just so you all know that.
Yeah.
And the reason that I do know that is that I know someone who got offered
Simon Cowell would bloody love me. I'm a delight.
Yeah. Of course he would love you. But yeah, it is all prearranged, everything. Like I know someone who is a backing singer for Janet Jackson, and she got offered a contract and she was guaranteed finalist if she went on X Factor. So yeah, it's bullshit.
Right, Susan and Fat Girl Sewing are now fighting over Matt Smith. You can all have my share of him. Global Thrifters are Jack and Emily. I knew that. I was like, that's Jack and Emily, that is.
Or Gemily, as they call.
Gemily or Yak.
Yak.
Yak. Yak. We'll go with Gemily. Yeah, Marilyn's also thought they were Jack and Emily, but they'd already said they were, so that was an educated guess. Chris Tyler says Carla's worst mistake, leaving Kirsten's curiosity name on screen. Kirsten did that, not me. You have to change your own name.
But also, I thought that was amazing. That was my favorite ever.
That was probably the best episode.
It was so good. Loved it.
Susan's earliest memory is getting their dog Rex when she was 3 and he lived and she was 21.
No, I remember getting our cat Dave because my dad brought him home from the local garage because he was found as a stray, all covered in petrol, and he was a tiny black kitten, and then washed him off and washed all the petrol off him, and he was a silver tabby.
To my knowledge, I have not despanned anyone.
You're a spanner on mine.
Yeah, I have not despanned you as far as I'm aware. I can't spanner from here. I have to go back in a spanner afterwards. But if anybody else had a moderator spanner on my channel and now hasn't, can you let me know? Because that would be interesting to know where my if people have despanned without my knowledge. Oddness.
Can another spanner de-spanner?
I don't know. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Penis. Oh.
Elisa says, I thought what Americans call an English muffin was what you guys call a crumpet. Is that wrong?
No.
I don't know what Americans call crumpets, but we have crumpets and English muffins, so they are certainly two separate things.
Crumpets, I think of what Australians...
Pikelets.
Pikelets, yeah.
Mm.
See, now...
So a crumpet is a doughy bread product that has lots of holes in it. And a muffin is what you get in McDonald's when you order a sausage egg McMuffin breakfast.
Yes.
That's an English muffin. And
there should be like a universal standard. This is what things are. Can you stop it now?
Okay, she hasn't been unspannered. She just can't see her own spanner for some reason.
Ah, there we are. You can't see your own spanner.
Joan says, what area in Great Britain would you like to retire to? Country, town, or coastal, or would it be a different country?
It would be the town in Chocolat, and I would be there, and Johnny Depp would be the gypsy that lived on the river, and I would have my chocolate shop in the small little French town, and I would make chocolate and bake bread, and it would all be absolutely lovely. And that is where I want to live when I retire, basically in a gîte in North France, probably in either Normandy or Brittany, and I would have a farm with a goat and ducks and a donkey and rabbits and cats. So there. And now I'm just going to sit in awkward silence while Carla speaks to someone. I mean, Johnny Depp doesn't have to be there. It's not essential. It's just the town in that Johnny Depp film. It's really nice, and I kind of would like that sort of lifestyle. If it's in the UK, I would like Edinburgh, because I think Edinburgh is a fantastic city, and I don't get lost there in Edinburgh, because wherever you are, you can see the castle, and so you don't get lost, and that's very handy. So there. Is that
well done for holding whatever went on there on your own? You know, you're starting to look a bit starry-eyed towards the end, and talk slower. Sorry, that was Anthony, and there's been some very confusing dog walking situations going on. So Natalie came home from work, took the dogs out, brought the dogs home, went back to work. Anthony came home from wherever he was, took the dogs out.
And the dogs are there going, we're really not that excited.
And the thunder happened, and Kai's come home, and Ant's rang me to go, Kai's just come home. I was like, why are you with Kai? I thought Kai was here already. I have no idea what's happening. So, yeah. Dogs have got 2 walks, but Kai doesn't want the second one because it's thundering. Yeah, right, Sarah said the reason she's going to have a fight with you is if you go to Leicester and say it's not a cob, you might get a black eye. You haven't seen Lex fight. She might be evil.
I've never been in a fight.
But then you don't know whether you're evil.
That's true, actually. I could be really good.
Sarah Walder said she thought I was loaded.
No.
I'm a loaded gun. That's about as far as it goes. Jackie says she loves the pottery show. It's gone again. It's gone off in my hand. That's my alarm that tells me to ring me mother. I've only left my mother an hour ago. I don't think I need to ring her just yet.
Not really, no. Are you been okay for... Yes. Go away.
Yeah, how have you been for the last hour, Mum? Right. Nia says she stands in a bath of cold water, but I don't know what the context was behind that.
But that's nice to know.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Kate says, the question to both, if you could be invisible for a day, what would you do? I would rob a fucking bank.
But would you, though?
Yes.
Because...
I wouldn't hurt anyone, because if you were invisible, you'd be able to do it without hurting anyone.
But it's the question of, do the things that you touch then become invisible? Because if there's like floating piles of money, they'll be like, excuse me, floating piles of money.
However, imagine you're working in a bank, and as far as you know, invisibility doesn't exist, and a pile of money starts to float past you. How do you react? The first thing you do is you go to see if anybody else can see it.
True.
By now, I'm already 5 or 6 paces away from you. And if I'm invisible, I'm hoping I'll be lighter than air and I can run fast, although it's probably not how that works.
No, I don't think so.
I would definitely steal a large amount of money somehow if I was invisible, definitely. But a victimless crime, you know, if you steal from a bank, it's bearing in mind my large amount of money is probably about 400 quid. It's not, you know, I'm not walking out of gold bullion. What would you do, Lex, if you could be invisible?
I'd probably like to get in somewhere where you really shouldn't get into, like the lion enclosure at Longleat, and try and stroke the lions.
The thing is, when you get bitten, do you become revisible? Because if not, there you are being mauled and the ambulance can't see you to help you.
Yeah, but that's a risk I'm willing to take, to be honest.
Because I don't think a lion would go, there's nothing there. I think a lion would go, I can smell you. I know you're fucking there. Rawr.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, risk I'm willing to take because I really want to stroke a lion. Like so
Mike says if we were into extreme sports, what would we do? He did bungee jumping once, so I'd never bungee jump. I would abseil, but there'd have to be a lot less of me, and I'd have to be very, very confident about the rope.
The most extreme sport I would do would be like badminton.
Table tennis.
Yeah. Like,
One thinks we should both go in the Big Brother house. Perhaps we should have Reseller Big Brother.
Oh. No.
Let's just try the next concept.
Oh my God, no. 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 No.
I like it.
No, I hate it. I'm not in. No.
If you get in, you get in. Big Brother, it would be them who decides who goes in.
I don't want to. I'll stop everything.
Susan, you can just off, all right, matey? Fucking troll. Queenie says she'd vote for me on the X Factor. Thank you, Queenie. Dorothy's in. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi.
Global Hipster said they like new nickname Gemily, not Yak.
Gemily's cute.
Gemily, yeah. Yak's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yak doesn't really. Who's that? It's Yak. Who? Yak. Who? Yak. Whereas Gemily, what? James and Emily? Jack and Emily? Yeah, that works.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, mine would be, it's the same as my stripper song, actually. It would be Red Right Hand by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, also from Peaky Blinders.
Mine would be Fat Bottom Girls by Queen.
Ah,
Fat Bottom Girls, you make the rocking world go. And I'd go in, I'd be like, and then I'd up Steve Green and everything would be great.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Claire says they're pikelets in the Midlands. Lainey says, I'm back. Who's impersonating Lex?
No. They have pikeys in the Midlands. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, Susan says, my mum used to call crumpets pikelets. There is another name for crumpets.
See, I thought it was just an Australian thing.
And Cheryl's going to fight you for Johnny Depp. I'm also going to fight you for Johnny Depp, and I'm going to win. So
you can have him. Honestly, I'm fine.
Although, as we discussed the other day, I want him in Pirates of the Caribbean style. I don't want him in Johnny Depp. There we go. There's Elisa asking a similar question.
Oh, I'd only have him in Donnie Brasco or Ed Wood.
I've never seen Donnie Brasco, and yet that's one I keep meaning to find.
It shows how good an actor Johnny Depp is, because it's Al Pacino in it. He tries to throw him off, and they're talking about like really good actors, and he's like, "Oh, so who's a really good actor? Like this person, or Johnny Depp?" And Johnny Depp does not flinch, and they kept it in the film. It's like, oh, so good. But yeah, anyway.
Have you followed Johnny on Instagram?
No.
He recently started Instagram. You should definitely go and follow him. Give him a follow.
What? Because he needs me.
Yes, he's only got like 2 followers, and I'm one of them. So
right. Okay.
I'm in charge of his PR, and I'm only letting a select few in.
Okay. Yeah, if he's not got that many friends, I'll say hello to him. But you know,
yeah,
it's all about me and Kelly Osbourne now. Anyway,
it is all about you too. 3'7" or 7'3"?
3'7".
7'3".
Okay, then we'll be a great reseller couple.
We will. We'll look cracking together. It's going to make the sourcing really good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason Kai has come home from his walk is because he's out with Aunt and it's thundered and he's terrified. So he'll be sitting on the doorstep now. I will go down and let him in a second. But he's quite happy once he gets as far as our doorstep. He'll sit there quite happily then. Dorothy says, what makes you both happy?
Whiskers on kittens and something with
raindrops on raindrops in the garden and thunder in the background.
Brown paper packages tied up with things.
These are a few of my favourite strings. What makes me happy? Molly.
Yeah.
Molly in turn and turnabout makes me incredibly happy and incredibly terrified and incredibly worried and incredibly happy again. And yeah, so Molly makes me extremely happy. My children make me happy when they're nice. Cake will usually cheer me up. Can't imagine why I'm this size, but cake. Don't you know what really made me happy?
Wow.
Is the cake that Joan sent me for my birthday.
my
Joan
God.
Rutherford sent me a cake made by a company called Sponge, who send you cakes in the post. And she sent me a Victoria sponge, and it was the best Victoria sponge anyone has ever made, and I have ever received, and I have ever eaten in my life. And now I want one a day. Because it was that good. It was the best cake. It made me extremely happy. I've got a bit intense about the cake. I can hear it. I know I did hear that happening. I went a bit intense.
I'm guessing it was quite good cake then. So it
was like crack. It was the crack cocaine of the cake world.
See, I do like a bit of crack.
Lainey says if she was invisible, she would mess with people that annoyed her by chucking stuff at them and dropping stuff in front of them. You could trip people up a lot, couldn't you? That'd be quite fun.
That is a good one. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Raining in Chepstow and Elizabeth's husband's butt's filling up.
Ooh.
Elisa said she went abseiling once in the Lake District off a cliff. She was so scared she climbed back up the road to the top. That's brilliant. And right. Susan's pointed out the reseller Big Brother, that'd be the end of some beautiful friendships.
Oh my word, yeah.
Store says the most extreme sport he'd do is tackle his athlete's foot. Fat Girl So says if it's classed as a sport, I'm probably not going to do it.
Exactly.
By the way, I had the weirdest dream last night, and Helen was in it. Helen with Bo, Helen and Sharina and Bo.
Yeah.
And I'd inherited a house, but there was some kind of clause that I could only have my house if I bought Helen a house, and the house that Helen wanted was 420,000, greedy bitch. And then somebody was feeding the dogs onions, and I was trying to make the dogs be sick because dogs can't have onions. So it was a wonderful dream. I loved it. I'd have that dream every night.
That bloody Helen, though, honestly.
Yeah, 420k house, greedy cow. Hello, right?
Did you feed them?
Kai wouldn't eat because it was thundering. Molly, I think she said didn't eat, but Buddy's had his, I believe.
Right. Well, Kai's bowl's empty. Molly's up.
Yeah, she didn't put any in Kai's bowl because he wouldn't come near her. So she said there's half a tin in the fridge for him. Molly wouldn't eat her, so she lifted it back up because she was going straight back to work. But she said Buddy's eating. But if he wants more, let him have more. If he'll eat
no
more.
one's eating.
Well, like I said, Buddy has, as far as I'm aware.
But yeah, but Buddy's eating, but the other two just haven't.
Yeah, the other two haven't. Yeah. Oh. And Kai probably still won't because of the thunder. So. Sorry. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay. I don't know what I was saying. Tripping people up. Elisa Goldman's butt. Fat Girl, so a dream, terrible dream.
Dreams, yeah, and Helen being very inconsiderate in her
420k house. Bitch.
Yeah,
that bitch, Helen. Kelly says, question, you go into somebody's house and remove all of one item to inconvenience them as much as possible. What would it be?
I would remove, in sets of shelves, like bookshelves, I'd remove like enough screws so that it just stayed on, and then if they moved anything, the whole lot would come down.
I would remove the taps, just the screw bits off the taps.
Oh yeah, that is quite annoying.
Mm.
The last toilet roll, so like they think that we've got one more toilet roll in the corner, and so they're quite comfortable with sitting down and then they're like, oh no. There is that was it. There's no one last toilet roll. Yeah.
Kate McGrath says, if you won £1 million, what would you spend it on? And she does sort out her typo further on. If you won £1 million, what would you spend it on? I would have. I certainly wouldn't be spending 420k on a house for Helen, just in case she's watching and getting any ideas about my million. I would buy myself a house. And I realised that in a lot of parts of the country, you can't get much house for your million anywhere, but I'd go somewhere I could get a fair amount of house for my million.
You could buy 4 or 5 on this road if you want.
Yeah, just wouldn't be enough.
Yeah.
I'd buy myself a house. I would give the kids some money to not live in my house with me. I would do a fair amount of giving away in various departments. And I would get a new open top sports car because I miss having an open top car.
Nice.
There we go. I've not very big dreams, have I?
£1 million isn't enough for all of the things that I want. So
I'll have your $1 million then, so as not to inconvenience you too much.
Well, yeah, pretty much. So like my compromise would be that we all just go on some like amazing year-long holiday or however long people want, and we just literally piss it all up the wall. Just let's keep spending that £1 million until it's gone. Let's just have a freaking good time. That's what I would do. Or I would go to a car boot sale and I'd buy everything.
Cheryl's surprised that Johnny Depp, who's only recently started Instagram but already has 6.3 million followers. I'm not massively surprised by that, Cheryl. He's fairly well known.
He was in a few films that were quite good, so
he's been about a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Drop, busy, work, bang, bang says if I was invisible, I'd swap the football next door for one full of concrete.
That's hilarious.
I'd swap a child next door for one full of concrete.
Yeah, on the edge.
Oh, Sarah wants to know why I say I'm on my plumbing, because I do go and sit on a bit of plumbing. So, in the park behind our house, there was a drainage problem because they raised a football field further up, and that caused a drainage problem, and so the houses at the bottom of the park were flooding because of the way this all the water gathered in wet weather, and so they dug out a drainage solution and they put a little kind of like a little dam at one end, it's like a little concrete dam at one end to stop the water flooding through and fucking up these people's foundations of their houses. And so it is literally a bit of plumbing. It's a dam that's there to stop the water, so it's a bit of plumbing. So when I say I'm on my plumbing, I'm literally sitting on a little bit of concrete drainage. It's a bit of plumbing. And people always think I mean my vagina.
When really you mean penis.
I'm sitting on my penis.
Where is
that? Sarah says, is cake better than sex? It depends on the sex and it depends on the cake, but sometimes yes. I mean, bad cake is better than bad sex.
And don't have sex with cake.
And if you do have sex with cake, don't have sex with fresh cream cake, because it seems like a good idea at the time, but the cream gets everywhere and it really stinks when it gets hot, and the smell doesn't go away forever. And never, and this is a tip from your Auntie Carla kids at home, never, ever, ever think that golden syrup will be fun in sex. No. Really bad idea.
No.
It's really bad idea.
It's like waxing.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my arm stuck to the side of my breast, and when I removed same from same, I ended up bruised on both. Yeah, really bad bruising. Yeah. So Dorothy was asking, what makes you annoyed? She hates passwords, coat hangers, litter, etc., etc. Litter does annoy me. People chucking stuff out of their car windows makes me want to stop, pick up whatever they've thrown, drive after them, and make them eat it. You know, that incenses me. People being rude to waiters and waitresses and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one will drive me to the point of distraction. Yeah.
I don't like when people spit. You know.
Yeah, no, people spitting. Yeah, that's annoying.
Oh no, that's disgusting. Absolutely.
If you've got something you need to clear, then you need to find a tissue and clear it into a tissue discreetly.
Yeah,
there's no excuse for you hocking up some kind of phlegmy monster and leaving it on the pavement. That's inexcusable.
No,
Boys, young men who walk down the road with their hands down the front of their trousers. I mean, what? Who are you protecting it from, mate? I'd be willing to bet you have trouble giving it away. Nobody's going to steal it.
Yeah.
Walking down the road, holding on to it. You know, what are you doing there? Yeah, that annoys me.
I don't like gravity and inanimate objects. And when the two combine. So, for example, you're doing all your packaging up, and then, like, the scissors fall on the floor, and you're like...
Wouldn't mind so much if they fell on the floor, but they always seem to fall on my foot. And how many times have I dropped the tape gun on my foot?
Yeah, Yeah, and it's just like, can you just stop? Can things stay where they are?
Yeah.
Please.
And you have to be very British and swear at it before you pick it up.
Of course. Yes.
So you drop it, oh, fuck off, and then you pick it up again. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, generally things that annoy me are other people's rudeness in some way. I can't stand it when people are rude in shops or whatever. You know, people caroning.
Yeah.
People stomping around and can
I speak to the manager? That kind of, yeah. Like,
the other thing that annoys me, and this is going to be an unpopular thing, and I'm probably going to, people, is old ladies in charity shops not being able to work the till. Now, it doesn't annoy me that they can't work the till. It annoys me that they have been given a till that they can't work. So I'm not annoyed with them. I'm not annoyed with their inability. I'm annoyed with the world in which we live, where somebody went, well, we're going to have a new till system. And all of the volunteers who, bless them, are quite often, not very au fait with computers and all the rest of it, are trying to deal with this. And they're donating their time. They're giving their time up to help. And you've just fried their fucking brains and made their day difficult. And you didn't need a new till system. You didn't. The old till was fine. The one where they pressed 59 cash worked fine, So that annoys me. And so I don't think it's old ladies not being able to work the till system. I think it's people. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what annoys me about it. Something annoys me about that. You people can tell me. If you had one, what would be top of your bucket list of goals to achieve? We've been on ages, by the way.
I know, right?
Bucket list of goals to achieve?
New tits, please.
New tits.
New tits.
Not mine if you want. Or some, maybe not all, because I don't,
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not very goal orientated, really.
I would like to get to the point where I don't need to check my bank account. Because every day I have to check my bank account to see if a bill's gone out that I'd forgotten about, or if I'm overdrawn, or if something's happened, or every single day. And so my goal would be to get to the point where just that there's a sufficiency in there that I know that's not necessary. I'm not saying that I would never check my bank account, but that, because if it gets to about 4 o'clock and I realize I haven't, then there's that moment of panic about whether something's bounced and I've been charged.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get to the point where that's not a thing. It's not a major goal, is it? Yeah. Chris Tyler talking about things people would remove to inconvenience people. He'd take away the fridge light. That would be really bad. Dorothy Clark was in with you on toilet paper. At least we're taking away the loofah.
I don't have one, so you're more than welcome to my loofah.
Shiv's taken away the light bulbs. Kelly's taken away all pens except red ones.
Ooh,
even worse, all pens except ones that don't work.
Oh, so they're going, it'll work in a minute. I'll just.
Lainey says my million would buy an estate up there for that. I think she means an estate of houses as well, not just an estate car. Lisa's taken away the ink cartridge out of the printer. Joan's got an open top car. I see Jane thought I was talking about my bottom one. I said I was sitting on my plumbing.
Which,
I'm not sure where we went with the unpleasant turn. I'm so far back behind the chat that I don't know what that was. That might be the cream cake thing.
Yeah.
Lainey? Where were you using half an orange? Surely not. I mean, Lainey's been single a while, and we may just have discovered why. Lainey, I need more. I need more to that sentence than what the fucking fuck, love. Joe says things that annoy her, people who don't indicate a roundabouts. Yes, I'm sometimes sometimes that's me. Oh, people on the phone whilst being served at a till point. Yeah. Do you want to hear my Bill and Ben joke? If you're easily offended, turn away now. Bill and Ben are in bed together, and Bill turns to Ben and says, "Flub, blub, 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 blub." And Ben says, "Yeah, but if you love me, you'll swallow it." And if you're offended, it's 7:15 and you shouldn't be listening.
And also,
Sarah Wardle says those blokes who walk down holding on to it, they're just checking it's still there. Actually, so I struggle to get the lid off of a tin of Lion's Golden Syrup. It comes in squeezy form now, and it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it wasn't. It was a really bad idea. And if you get cream cake up your nose, you don't get rid of the smell for so long. Oh, Marilyn says what annoys me is when people ruin our beautiful beaches based on recent news I've seen. Yeah, if you're going to the beach, right? If you're going to the beach, you need to take your rubbish home with you. Putting your rubbish next to the bin doesn't work. Okay, I don't know if anybody's ever going to watch this who would do this anyway, but you know when you think you've done a good thing because you've gathered up all your rubbish and you've tied it up in your carry bag and then you've gone to the bin and the bin is already full and so you've balanced your bag on top or you've put it next to the bin and you've still gone away with this warm glow where you think you've done the right thing because you didn't leave your litter behind. Seagulls will fuck your litter up and down the beach in seconds. So you need to take your litter home if there isn't room in the bin. There you go. I've done my public service announcement.
And also there was I can't remember. Basically, if you go to the beach and you have one bit of rubbish with you, pick up another bit of rubbish as well from the beach.
Take 2 bits of rubbish home.
Take 2 bits home.
Yeah. Lisa says, my brother saw someone chuck their Burger King rubbish out of their car window onto the pavement next to them. Unluckily for them, their window was still open when he ran the rubbish back through it.
Good.
Kate wants to know the worst experience we've ever endured.
This.
Childbirth wasn't the most fun thing, but, you know, there's a fairly reasonable reward at the end of it. Making the decision to have a dog put to sleep is the worst thing I've ever gone through. Yeah, knowing that it's your job to make that decision. Even knowing that you've made the right decision, knowing it had to be done, but it's still the worst thing I've ever gone through. And I've had to do it more than once. Yeah. What about you, Lex? Worst experience ever?
No, I don't want to say now because it's probably very similar, and I don't want. And we have agreements.
All right, we're moving on. Jane Caldecott just wants her tits where they're supposed to be.
Yes, please. I want your tits where they're supposed to be too.
Lainey's saying it's not her that's been squeezing oranges over men's penises. We don't believe you.
Okay.
Asking for a friend.
It definitely is that. It must be.
What annoys me is not being able to get the lid off a golden syrup bottle while I'm invisible.
If you golden syruped yourself while you were invisible, would the golden syrup, like, you know, take the form of your face and stuff, so you'd be golden but still like empty on the inside?
And if it didn't, but you were just really sticky, then everyone around you would just hear you going, oh fuck, shit, oh fuck, get off, while you're trying to get yourself off of stuff.
Yeah. See, no, it's just ridiculous.
You're just being silly now.
Yeah, just being silly.
Yeah, and Frankie, I agree with this. Frankie says, why are they spending money on a new till system? There must be a vintage cash register on the shelf to use.
Even like one of those little kiddies ones, you know?
Gloria says, talking about removing things, my brother was here to fix a light. He removed all the labels off all the tins in the cupboard. He thought it was hilarious.
Brilliant.
In fairness, he was quite hilarious.
Like, oh, can I have some beans on toast? No, it's twin peaches.
Right, it is 8:20. It is.
It is. And there's some dark clouds coming overhead.
One question left from Jackie. Oh, there's another one after this. From Jackie, would you rather live alone?
No. I've always kind of sort of wanted the hippie commune type thing. Like, I really like the idea of lots of families and friends and stuff like that living in like a, you know, like a street together and stuff like that, and, you know, communal cooking and, you know, things like that, but still being able to be alone. Like, I don't want to be lonely, but I do like the idea of lots of people that I loved, you know, living together in a very big space.
Yeah, somewhere where you could still be alone if you wanted to would be fine. Yeah. I don't know whether I live. No, I. If I go yes, I'd rather live alone. That reflects very badly on poor Nat. I love Nat to bits, and in fairness, she's not exactly difficult to live with because she's not here very much. But from the mess being your own and never going, why is there a plate in the middle of the floor and stuff like that? In some ways, I think it'd be nice to live alone. But I wouldn't be alone because I'd have a dog. So, yeah. And finally, this is going to be the final question. Anybody else asking any question, I'm going to have to ignore you, otherwise we will be here all night. Final question. If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
Tits. No. I wish Sue would say penis and that we could record it and keep it as a ringtone. And I wish that the last 4 months hadn't have happened.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to unwish the pandemic.
Yeah. Just
unhappen the pandemic.
Yeah, it's just been a bit of a pisser, and it's a bit of a pisser that's going to carry on being a bit of a pisser.
Can I have several different one wishes? So one global wish, no pandemic. One work-related wish, no managed payments. One personal wish, large sack of money.
Oh yeah, and those, please. I mean, I don't mind managed payments. I got paid yesterday. Hey. It's like having a job, and you get paid.
If I do get a large sack of money, I'll buy you a tit.
Yay!
Buy the other one yourself. You've got enough money for one tit, haven't you?
I've got enough money for tummy and half a tit.
Oh, well, I'll buy you 1.5 tits. Can't say fairer than that.
Yay, cool.
But I want to choose the colour.
Ah, you can choose nipple colour. There you go.
For both or just for the one I'm paying for?
Just for the one.
That's not a very good deal. I'm only buying one if I can only choose the nipple colour for one.
Okay then. You can choose whatever.
Chartreuse green and lilac stripes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. I mean, yeah. No one's ever going to see him anyway.
But also, I want you to have massive nipples. You know the really big areolae that...
No,
yeah, one of those really big, pancake nipples.
No,
so that the stripes show up nicely.
I've got delightful nipples. They're perfectly the right size, thank you. I'll keep them. I'll keep the size. I don't want burger nips, no.
Well, then I'm not paying. If I don't get to choose the size of the nipples, then why should I pay?
Fine. Okay.
I'll buy you a penis instead.
I'll put it on the credit card.
I'll buy you a penis instead.
I've already got one.
But it has to be chartreuse green and lilac stripes. Right. This was the last Masked Reseller, unless we decide to bring it back for any random reason. If anybody messages me and says they'd like to be a Masked Reseller, then please, if you'd like to, then do let me know. The reason I am drawing this to a close is because I've asked several times if anybody wants to, and people haven't got in touch, so I assume they don't want to, and so on and so forth. And that was a horrible, horrible mask. So, thank you to everyone. Thank you to Lex for being tonight's Masked Reseller. It has always been Lex.
Always been me.
But tonight it's been extra Lex. Lextra! Lextra special! And thank you to everyone who has Masked Resellered for me over the last 20 episodes.
20.
And
20.
20. Did 20 of these.
Big number.
It is. It's nearly as big as my rain earlier one, which has stopped and buggered off, by the way. So much for my big rain.
Visits come in here.
Yeah. Lex and I will be back on Sunday with whatever that is.
And I might have been to the Carvit sale.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. That'll be nice.
Or it won't.
Or it won't. I've also created a Masked Reseller playlist. So if you haven't actually missed any of the 20, you can go and find a playlist and watch them all the way through. Obviously, Kirsten's one is the best.
It is my favorite. Absolute favorite.
Thank you to everyone who's tuned in every week to watch the Masked Reseller. Thank you to everyone who's supplied questions. Thank you to everyone who didn't hollow me out and use me as a boat or hang me up and slice pieces off me. Thank you to everyone who said they didn't think they could eat me at all. Thank you so much to everyone who couldn't wait to dig in. And this is it. It's goodbye from me.
Yeah,
goodbye from her. Awkward wave. I'm surprised you didn't get the word cunt in at the end. Oops.